Hello, my little crumb dumpsters, crumb guzzlers, crumbosexuals. Before we get into the gig of this week's episode, I want to take a moment of silence for the tragic and abrupt and surprising, unfathomable loss of Heklina, who was a big inspiration of mine. And my heart goes out to our community and those of us who are closest to them. That's about it. So thank you so much for holding space for each other's grief. And after this moment of silence, we'll get into the episode.
It's time to get things started on the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, motivational. This is what we call a Wellness Show.
Hello, my crumb dumpsters. Welcome back. I am now here with Amoura Teese.
What's up, everybody?
Oh my God. Thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedule.
Yes,
you are
sis.
booked and blessed. I feel like you're always doing drag every day. Do you have a day off? What are your days off?
I have like Monday, Tuesday, and this is actually one of my days off, so
Okay, cool.
you got me on my off day.
I got you. Okay, so I want to start at the very beginning. You are Amoura Teese. There's a house of teas, right?
It's a small house, but it's made its mark since like, I want to say early 2000s, maybe?
Okay. So who's in the house? Who started the house?
Well, Pearl Teese, Aria, she likes to be called our big sister, not necessarily the mother, you know. We keep it cute. We're sisters together.
Mm-hmm.
But she was the first person to be like, I want to put you in drag. It was Halloween.
Okay.
It was 2016 or something like that. And she like took me to like a hair store here in Oakland. Got my first like 2B wig, double stack, and everything. And there was stuff in history. Yeah.
Were you living in Oakland at the time? Or have you ever lived in Oakland?
Yeah, I did. I used to live on 14th and Alice Street downtown.
Cute.
But no, I was living half-time in San Leandro and half-time in San Francisco.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like I remember from a show that it was mentioned that you and Camille started drag around the same time and lived together. Is that true? Am I misremembering? No, I lied.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't you. Oh.
I'm like, thinking back, so who could that have been? No. Camille. No, stop it. I think Camille started drag like almost 20 years ago.
Okay,
yeah.
Dang.
And so I've only been doing drag. Actually, I just had my 8-year drag anniversary.
Oh, congratulations.
March 31st.
Okay, well, shit, I got my facts all wrong. You need to vet these questions. Worst assistant. Okay. But that's cute. Well, since I brought up Camille, why don't you tell me about your relationship with her? She's your drag bestie. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. We're talking about you, girl, on the show. Girl. See, I met Camille when I was like probably like 18. And, and she was doing a show in San Jose. The first time I ever met Drag Race Queen, it was Honey Mahogany and Laganja Estranja.
Okay.
And they were doing like a bingo fundraiser for like AIDS Life Cycle, something like that. Mm-hmm. And Camille, she was already drunk. Like, my friend who I was backup dancing for the one time, it was a mess. Like, the music stopped on us, and she read us on the mic. But that was the first time I really became friends with Camille Toe. And there's like this old picture of her like in the parking lot in half drag eating a tray of chocolate covered strawberries. And we're gonna find that picture because that needs to go into like the memory books.
That's cute. So you were backup dancing. Is that your background? Are you a dancer and then you got into drag, or is dancing and drag kind of started together?
Not even. Like, I was just a little gay kid, like always wanting to dance like with like all the family at the family gatherings, and then I didn't come into actual dance until like maybe high school.
Okay. And
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be the only faggot on this dance team, you know, and like I was dancing with all the girls at all the rallies and stuff, and then I came to doing like ballet and jazz and hip hop like in my early 20s.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
And where does singing come from?
Oh, I was like 5 years old in choir class, the only like really femme gay kid, and the teacher was like,
You're gonna be a star.
Yeah, literally.
You're gonna be in the front.
and the whole class was silent, and I was like, "What did I do?"
Mm-hmm.
And I just gave myself, gave it all, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you make a lot of your own costumes. Are you you made what you're wearing right now?
Yes, this little simple little 2-piece.
Ah.
Yes.
How did you get into sewing?
So sewing. I don't know if y'all know Kipper Snacks. She's part of the House of Snacks, but also one of Pearl's like really really good friends that they started like doing drag together and also the journey of their transition, both beautiful trans women. And I would sit down with her like for like 3 months for the first 3 months of my drag career, and I was just like, I just want to learn how to sew. I'm not trying to be out here wearing Forever 21 like everybody else. So, I would take random stuff apart and then put it back together to fit my measurements. And
Word.
Yeah.
Are you going to teach me to sew?
Oh, all these girls want a sewing class, and I'm like, I don't have
you taught anybody to sew?
I tried.
Okay.
And Kipper, correct me if I'm wrong, made a few things that were featured on this season of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. Well, I mean, Kipper is a very widely known seamstress and dressmaker, like from Hawaii to like random spots in the nation, but like even especially for like pageants and stuff like that, she's made a lot of things that have been seen. Like it almost seems like posthumously, because like who made that? It wasn't until like Girls on Drag Race really like resourced her out and was like, oh shit, Eureka's wearing that, Rockham's wearing that, Sasha Colby's wearing that, like literally so sickening.
Camden, that's a
Camden, yes.
Yeah. So what's your design process like when you kind of conceptualize an outfit?
Oh my goodness, I just grab a notebook and I just take inspiration from like drag and what looks good on my body.
Yeah.
But of course, I love shiny, shimmering. I love bright colors. You always see me in chartreuse or hot pink. But I just like to look fierce and femme and also comfortable.
Okay.
Like I'm never fully touched.
I'm never comfortable. I'm always uncomfortable. I'm gassy. I'm cinched. I'm tired.
Are you cinched right now?
Oh yeah, I can't fit into this otherwise.
I couldn't tell.
Nope. That's shady. We're gonna use that shady sound. Okay.
It's only 5 minutes in.
I know, we're only 5 minutes in.
Get to the juicy stuff, Phoebe.
We're going to get to the juicy stuff. That's what this card stack is for. Okay, so a lot of people call you mother. I've heard that a lot. I've seen people, they call you mother. Is that just like mother? Or are you mothering people out here?
Oh, this is a big loaded question.
Do you have someone that you would call a drag child?
Yes, I do. I want to say I don't think that it's like officially like I'm a mother of an official house and these are like my children. It's more of like I was a young queer person who wanted to learn like drag in the scene and how to like be a part of a queer family, a gay family. And slowly I would just collect like the younger ones, that saw me come up and, like, how do I do this? Who do I get to know to do this? And they just kind of, I won't say follow me around, but definitely they I've made a big impact in their lives and have drag and influence and, yeah. Why, you want me to name names? She wants me to name names.
Oh, I mean, like, I feel like the people that have on the show are very shy to say names. Positive or negative. We always talk kind of like circuitously around like people's identities, which is fine and good. But I mean, like, I know you are that bitch. So if who are your drag children? Drag child?
Well, I'll just start off with my roommate and my bestie, Juanita Million. She's watching this at home right now. Hey, baby. With me, probably. Smoking a fat-ass joint, period. I know you probably know that, that new up-and-coming bitch that, nobody really likes. Her name's Heroin or something like that.
Oh, my God.
That one came up in drag real fast. She did the new talent over at Port Bar, and
I was there that night.
You were? Yeah.
I was gagged.
Oh, yeah.
Flipping on those pleasers. Oh, my God.
And she still be wearing them sometimes.
I know.
And I just can't get rid of her. So she's still there.
I was like, do you need to be much taller? Yeah, she's part of the peanut gallery.
Not the peanut, the peanut gallery. Oh my goodness. And I want to say Sally Limon. Like, we're not official, but she always calls me mother. And
boo, it is.
Is she?
I'm here, Phoebe.
Is she in Paris right now? Where the fuck is she?
She's in Rome.
Rome.
In
Okay,
Italy.
that was Trevi Fountain. I was just like, I'm bad. That was Rome, obviously.
Yeah, well, her man got money, so.
Her mysterious man. No one knows about.
Her mysterious man.
Okay.
They don't need to know that.
So, the High Princess pageant. You missed the reunion. It's okay. I forgive you. I've moved past it. But your name came up a couple of times.
A couple? I counted my name like 12 times.
12 times. Okay, yeah.
Damn.
So, mostly in the realm of like, people regarded you as fierce competition. Did you feel that going into it, you were going to be obviously a front runner, obviously maybe a target on your back, or did you just like approach it differently?
Oh no, I knew I was going to go in there and I was going to give polish. But also in my mind, like, I wasn't going into Princess pageant like trying to
make friends. No.
Girl. I mean, I was very congenial in the back, the first night. But I went into it like because I wanted to challenge myself, and it's like pageants and like competitions like that really make you think about what can you do to elevate yourself in this moment. And I mean, they all said it, and everybody's gonna say it, like, oh, your number one competition is yourself and leveling up yourself, period. But I mean, not to say anything, but I knew I was gonna take at least half the cast, out of
there
the
you
top.
go.
So,
what was preparation like? Had you done a pageant before? You have, right?
Yes, I did Miss California Gold 2017, and I got second runner up to Ms. Palou, who's going to be in the show tomorrow. Well, this won't be airing until next week, so.
No, actually, I think we're going to try to put it out tomorrow morning. So yeah. If you're watching this tomorrow morning, go out to, it's going to be at the Port Bar?
Wednesdays are a drag at the Port Bar every Wednesday, and my girl Miss Palou, and it's Camille Toe's birthday kickoff, so
Kickoff.
The kickoff. Her birthday's 4/20, so.
Okay.
Period.
I see.
Yeah.
Cute. So, you said second runner-up. Who was first runner-up?
First runner-up was, it was Miss Palou. My bad. Who won that year? Claire
DeLune. No, I don't know.
No, not that Claire. No, Claire. She's a nurse. She's part of the House of Glitter.
Okay, I have no idea. We'll look it up. We'll throw a photo up of
That's
her
old
or something. Any other pageants?
And then I'm Miss Gay San Francisco 2019.
Oh,
that was the last pageant I actually took the whole crown home.
How was that?
It was intense because I was going against a Monroe. Shout out to the Monroes out there. I mean, they're a fierce competition.
Yeah.
Mercedes. I mean, she wins pageants all over the nation. So I was going up against Electrocute Monroe, and to be honest, it was neck and neck. Like we came out with the same kind of gowns, same kind of hair, very similar packages.
Why do you think you won?
I took home interview.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
okay.
That was my high score.
So you're just phoning it in right now. So you can actually win a pageant with these interviews. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, a closed door interview. We won't talk about those questions at the Princess pageant.
Okay, we're going to keep this opening segment kind of tight. When we come back from this short break, we're going to talk about Drag Race. You've been keeping up. You've been hosting a viewing party, so you know all
every
the
Friday at the Port Bar. Yes.
And you've been talking to some of the girls, so I feel like you have some goss for us, maybe? I don't know.
I have my own opinions.
Okay, you have your own opinion. Okay, so when we come back, we'll talk about Drag Race, and then we'll get into some of the real drama that she promised me that she was going to bring to the show, okay? So, all right. Welcome back. As promised, we are now in our Drag Race segment. So, Amoura, you've been hosting viewings at the Port Bar. How's that been going?
It's been amazing. I will say ever since I took over Drag Race viewings at Port Bar, like, it's been an evolution of seeing, like, the people grow at the bar, but also, like, just seeing that at such a small venue. Yeah. And, like, having that we have special guests sometimes. It's, like, it's super special.
Yeah, when people show up, it's like, it's packed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you were recently there for what, Luxmore London?
I was there for Lux. You were not there.
No.
But you were like, where the fuck is everybody? I'm like, girl, you're just looking at the empty part of the bar. People are here. So, How's the season been for you? Is it living up to your expectations? Do you feel like people are doing well? Are you disappointed?
You know what? From the get go, I was like, yes, the drama. I was because the last few seasons of Drag Race, right? Like best friend Drag Race. Like I don't know about that. But like I love Mistress and her bringing her like old school like. Just, I'm just gonna read you down, honey, but we're still sisters.
Yeah.
You know?
She'll cut up, but she'll also cut you. Oh, yeah, see? It's a good thing you're not here and smelling that. No. So, you're digging Mistress. Who else is bringing the drama for you?
To be honest, Lux. Lux is really like, be like, this is how I feel, and I'm here and I'm gonna slay, and that's it. You know, I respect that.
Work. I mean, I feel like the best seasons are the ones where people don't produce themselves so heavily, or
they're already being produced by the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Itself, you know?
So it's just like I think Lux and Mistress are doing a great job of like just like being themselves, but also being really good for television.
Yeah.
I also feel like Lucy LaDuca is serving delusion in a good way. In a good way.
To be honest, I really think that she was just delusional. Like, I don't think that she was manipulating the situation at all. Like, it didn't come off like that.
Yeah.
It came off as like, I thought we were all going to do a really good job, but I'm obviously going to do, like, the best. So, but it didn't really...
Didn't pan out that way, did it?
I said last week, I feel like Lucy brought some of the best TV because she, like, gave, like, a springboard for Lux and Mistress to, like,
absolutely
demonstrate their sort of realness and... proclivities towards honesty.
Because like Lucy was just like so vulnerable, and I feel like I've been in that boat sometimes where I'm just like, oh shit, they're about to read her down.
How would you be on the show? Would you be more of a villain? Would you be congenial?
Oh my god, it's so weird. So I thought about it because I'm like, oh, am I gonna go in there like, you know, just like cunty? But I don't think so. I think I'm gonna end up I'd be congenial.
You hate people. You'll help people sew their garments.
Oh my god, I just might.
If we're on the show together, will you sew my? No, just kidding. We're making a blood pact right now. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna get painted. Yeah, no, I mean I'd be congenial, but at the same time, like I want to have a good solid run, but also. Like how Anitra has been moving this season, like just coming out in her fierce looks and just like lip syncing us down when she has to, but also just kind of like being level across the field.
Yeah. So this past episode was the music video filming of the Blame It on the Edit remix.
Yes.
Have you written your own tracks before and like performed them?
Oh, here we go. Not as Amoura, like straight just Amoura.
Okay.
But I don't know if y'all know out there if you heard of a little girl drag group called A2B. It was featuring Phoebe Sweetbriar and Adriana Roy. Phoebe was the one that that curated the whole thing. We covered the song "Read My Mind." It's still available on all streaming platforms. We had so much fun. Doing it when folks showed up for rehearsal. But otherwise, during the holiday season, BB actually wrote a Christmas song just for us.
Oh.
And that was like, you know, a self-produced like drag holiday song. And it was so lit. But that would be something that I would want to do is to like produce a song in drag and like sing in drag, you know?
I think it's about time you did that.
I know.
You need to go reach out to some producers.
Doing everything. So there's like so much...
It's a lot. You have to carve out time.
Yeah.
So in the challenge, did you have a favorite verse? Who do you think did well?
Sasha Colby. Okay. Oh my god. When at the end when she was just like, Sasha Colby run the show. Like period. I mean
the look. And I think the producers really kind of did something special to her vocals too. She really did.
You don't think that was her vocal fry? Like she was like in that.
I think a little bit of that, but they leaned into it. You know, she really stuck out. Yeah, in a good way.
I will say I enjoyed Lux's delivery and Mistress's delivery, and I think Mistress had like the most words in.
Mistress was a rapstress. She had she was biting into the most syllables. Lux, I like the singing. So Anitra was...
I was disappointed with Anitra's a little bit. And the fact that she said hair flip and she'd have no hair on.
Yeah.
That was... I think... Didn't you tweet that?
I think
you did tweet that.
I did. We love Anitra here, though. Yeah. We love you. But you did say that without any hair. But... Okay. I'm trying to be the drama. I'm like too nice. I have like dark thoughts that I keep to myself. Can't relate.
I want to zoom in on this real quick.
Oh, she's producing. She's producing. She's like, Angel, zoom in on that.
Right. I'm not looking for like the face recognition.
Mhm.
Get my eyes.
So your favorite from the challenge was Sasha.
What's Sasha?
Second favorite, Lux.
Lux, then Mistress.
I agree. I agree.
But I will agree that D to the E to the T to the O to the hold it.
Mm-hmm.
X moment with Mistress was hilarious on social media.
Yeah. So are you happy that it's a top 4? Or you think someone should have been chopped?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, as much as like I do love all 4 of them, that lip sync battle, I mean, Mistress knew what she's getting herself into, and that she was wearing that 60-pound beaded gown. But Anitra had beads on too, and that dress looked very delicate. I think Mistress should have sashayed away.
Oh, wow. I feel differently.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I thought Mistress ate the whole episode. I mean, like, her choreo was crunchy, but like that gown was like maybe the most gorgeous gown that I've seen in a long time on the show.
Construction-wise, and how they actually beaded in the leopard print.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yes, but
she worked it
for a drag excellence. I feel like I could have seen it at like a preliminary pageant, like, you know.
Angel, what do you think?
I thought the dress was really gorgeous. I think that is a different question of like who won the lip sync though. For recollection's sake, the lip sync was to When Love Takes Over by
Kelly Rowland.
David Guetta.
Featuring
Kelly Rowland.
Yes.
I thought they both did really good. I thought that Mistress did well for given the fact that she was wearing a 60-pound
I thought it was even. But if I had to choose a final 3, it would be Mistress, Lux, and Sasha.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I love Anitra, and she really earned a place in the finale. I feel like the producers also really guaranteed that she earned that place in the finale, giving her some wins. But in terms of like the top 3, I want to see. I mean, I've been living for Mistress from the get. So
I was basically solely off the lip sync and what she could have done.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So
there's
also,
room for everybody.
So also in the episode, they have that very touching moment where they all talk to their inner child. Let's say
a picture of me.
What would you say? What would you say to little Amoura?
Oh my god! Not this video. Oh my. Be femme, be fierce, don't be afraid of what anybody else is telling you to wear, to talk like, to dress like, anything like that. Just keep being your little gay self. And actually, it's funny because I came out really, really young too. And I for the longest time I was like, why are they bullying me? I'm so nice, you know? But at the same time, I was like, I think they as in the world. Yeah. The world just wants you to be who you are unapologetically. And I think it takes a long time for some people to really embrace that. And at that point, I was just like, I'm not going to let these kids that don't matter to me.
Dim your light. No.
You know, to dim my light.
Yeah.
So I was out in high school like, yeah, you want to make fun of me? Oh, you just want me to suck your dick. Oh, okay, that's probably why.
Yeah, a little bit of that. We're not going to talk about dicks on the show.
Oh, yeah, you can blurt that out.
Yeah, we're going to blurt that out. But you said you came out young. How old were you when you came out?
12.
Oh, that is young.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful to hear. I mean, I came out young for my generation, I think. Like, I was the first person to come out of my high school, and I was like 16, 15, 16, I think. 16, 17, 16. I don't remember. I got to do the math. Why are you?
We're getting old.
Yeah, we're getting
old. We'll pull up Phoebe's yearbook and try to triangulate the exact moment
that I came out of the closet. Yeah, no, but I mean, thank God for the internet. I think I was like, I read somewhere on the internet, I was like doing my little research, and I was like, don't come out when your parents are ready or when your friends are ready. Come out when you're ready. Yeah. And then, and you'll be ready for what the world kind of brings to it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to come out. I felt like I came out very young. It's really beautiful to hear that you came out when you were 12. I feel like people hide themselves for like way too long.
Oh no, I knew I was like 6, and I was just like the femme kid and all my family, and like obviously and my Latino side of the family, like it was very like all my uncles were very macho, and my dad was like, "You're gonna wear baggy clothes and stuff like that." And,
Oh, I wore baggy clothes.
Oh, I mean, I had to. I had no choice. They were buying my shit.
I used to go to like import car shows. You ever know that?
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, I've definitely been there. Yeah.
It's like, I want to be one of those import showgirls on top of the car.
Ah!
Okay. All right, we're going to take another quick break. Oh my God, that was really beautiful to hear a little bit of your story. When we come back, we're going to get into that real tea, that TT. Okay, let's go.
Keep watching.
TT Kaka.
It is the moment you've waited for. So people have approached me to do this show. It's kind of funny and very flattering and very real that people want to do this show. They come up to me and it's like, "Oh, please book me." And I was like, "Don't talk to me, talk to Angel." But Amoura came up to me and was like, "If you want real tea, put me on this show." So I was like, "Okay, I do. I want real tea. I want the real stuff. I want no one's really brought any drama necessarily. Not that I'm looking for that. But the last time it's like really truly happened was like Sally Limon. Sally is a little shit stirrer. But she's great because she's outside of all the drama, but she could comment on it. She's a little poker. I guess she was inside of that Foreskin drama, but anyways, whatever. Old news. So I gave Amoura a rundown. I was like, whatever is said on the show, we can always delete it. You can always like not answer anything. She immediately requested a shot, so why don't you go ahead and take your shot, and we're going to get into this
If y'all are at home, raise your glasses. If you don't got a glass, raise, and if you don't got one, you're probably single. Cheers to being here, cheers to being queer, and cheers to doing all that good stuff for the rest of the year. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
This is like a real drag show.
Yeah. I've done a lot of drag. I never do like a toast. I need to come up with a toast. You're really good at that. That's good.
Well, I learned from the best.
Yeah. From Ava Lachey? Okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna start with some.
We're starting already.
We're starting already. Okay. So.
I need to stand.
Okay. I mean, I feel like it's not uncommon knowledge that you have some fraught relationships. I've heard. So this is like a twisted game of telephone. I have no idea what's true. I don't actually, I've never been curious enough to like truly dig into it because it's like not my drama. But I've heard that like you're blacklisted from Bo and that you brought a gang to beat somebody up. What's the
Oh, let's talk about it.
What happened with Bo?
Oh my goodness. Okay. How long have we got an episode for? The whole situation was discombobulated, especially because everybody was like under the influence.
Yeah. Well, that's sad. So you mentioned Adriana before. You were in the group with her, the singing group,
Yes.
and so you collaborated with her, and obviously, you worked with her as a drag queen on shows together.
Oh yeah, I think we're like maybe a year or two apart doing drag.
Yeah. So was that a shock to feel like she felt like you were coming for her, or
No, not at all.
No.
Because coming up in the drag scene, I being a singer and her also being a singer, constantly was getting pounded with people from the community saying, "Oh, you sing too? Oh, there's going to be competition between you guys."
Okay.
And so there was always, I felt like this, like, at least on my end, I don't, know how she felt. We never got a chance to talk about it because I just wanted a respectful mutual relationship. And obviously we joined the girl group together, so I was like, do your thing, sing for us, and I gave her that benefit of the doubt. And in that moment, it just, shit hit the fan. Yeah.
Is there, if there was an opportunity to make amends with her, do you feel like there's something to salvage there, or it's just like, no?
As a respect for another performer, I would. I would. I haven't reached out at all because I personally don't feel welcome in general at Bo. And around her, I've interacted with her, and it's been very, respectful and very,
Cordial.
Cordial, yeah. That's the word. But as far as like continue on working with each other, I mean, I wouldn't mind. Like, to me, it's not a big of a deal anymore. And we're both professional entertainers, and we can both move on from it. But for me, the tea for me was the rumors that were spread around in the beginning, and that nobody wanted to come forward and actually tell the truth. They just wanted to make up stories and, you know, put me in this position as the villain.
Yeah.
Do we?
Well, well, this is your opportunity to clear things up. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, that was long. I wish it was a little shorter. But
I know. So sorry. I had to put the context out there.
You got to put the context. Yeah. Okay. So it's all Fidel's fault.
Just keep in mind, Phoebe, the therapist, charges by the hour. So.
Oh my gosh! Believe me, more people have heard this story than you think.
Yeah, so. Yeah. So, how was working in that group? I mean, do you still have a good relationship with Phoebe?
Oh, of course, yes,
okay.
Yeah.
And then, so starting Bank, you started with Freddie, Militia, Africa, Rexy. Do you all still? I mean, how did Bank kind of like evaporate, or how did it all end? Bacon, yeah. Bacon, yeah.
And I mean, it all came together because we wanted to do the town hall, just like we did in Chicago for the Bay Area. And I came up to Rexy and Freddie, and I was like, I want to do anything that I can help. As me being obviously recognizing that I am, you know, an important moving member of this community who has created influence and who has, you know, wants to be part of what's going on, and also to do the right thing, you know. And I was like, I'll do anything. I will start the social media pages, and that's where I started.
Yeah.
And I thought we were doing pretty good in the beginning, you know.
Yeah.
But I think that because, you know, everybody wants their hand in something, so unfortunately we did as much as we could, and it just started falling apart and falling off. There's much more, but also at the same time, I think the community itself was kind of doing its own healing at the same time. So I mean, that's where we ended up landing. But at the same, I talked to all of them, like, you know, cordially out in public, and some of them I'm a little more closer with than others, but no bad blood.
Good. Yeah. Except for a little bit of fighting on Twitter from time to time.
Not even fighting. We just have opinions. You know?
So what is it to you? Who do you have bad blood with? Who are you not afraid to say, I don't like you?
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna name names, and you're just gonna tell me what you.
Let's go. I'll say yes, no. Let's do it.
All right. So I fuck with them. I don't fuck with them. Okay. Rexy.
I fuck with them.
Cute. Okay. Melanie Sparks.
I fuck with them.
Okay. Cute. I'm running out of names.
Ava Lachey. I don't fuck with them.
Ava. Okay. Interesting. Okay. What happened there?
I just heard there was a lot of talk behind my back, and I thought we were cool, and she ghosted us at Port Bar and then never came back. And I didn't know what that tea was.
I don't know either. I mean,
we were hosting the Sunday night shows for
Yeah.
a minute, you know. So, and then she just kind of dipped off. And I think I remember one time she came back to Port and she just like stood alone by herself, didn't want to engage.
Oh.
And then also just hearing from other folks around saying like, yeah, I did a show with her, and you know, and she didn't have the best things to say about you, which is weird because I did my best to embrace that drag relationship, but I guess not.
Well, that's really sad to hear. I'm sorry about that. When you did the show together, did you co-produce or you took turns? Or
yeah, we co-hosted. She would put somebody in the cast. I'd put somebody in the cast.
What was it that you heard she said about you?
Oh, just that I just came off as like a cunty bitch, and
well, that's true. That just means Ava has eyes and ears. No, I'm just kidding. Damn. Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, I just felt like, you know, we did everything we could to like work together, but at the same time, you know, you have like feelings towards other performers because maybe you feel inadequate, or if you feel like intimidated, or if you feel like, you know, somebody might be stepping on your toes, you know, which is weird because we work at the same venue.
Yeah.
We work with the same people, you know, speak up, you know, so. I don't know if that relationship could be repaired at all.
Yeah.
Just because there's been such separation. I've been blocked and all that kind of stuff. So it's whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'm hopeful. I feel like my show is has a way of healing community and mending friendships. So maybe one day, Ava Lachey, why don't you come out here? I'm just kidding. It's not like that. But I mean, I wish I thought about that. I didn't know there was like a beef. Well, I mean, for the record,
it was beef.
For the record, like
like me anymore.
I'm a big fan of Ava. You know, she does her own thing, and well, I'm sorry to hear that. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna think about what's been said, what's been done, and reckon with the truth that's been unearthed. And when we get back, we'll have just a little bit more tea with Amoura Teese.
All right.
Amoura Teese. See ya.
Combo episode 13, take 4.
Okay, welcome back. Okay, so all that petty drama is in the past. Ava, Bo, we're healing from it. We're moving on. But something, an open wound for you that has not fully healed is the High Princess pageant. We have alluded to it. You did miss the reunion. Was that on purpose?
There was a reunion? What? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, I literally had a gig, and the time crunch was. It was
too real. It was real.
It crumbled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, at the same time, I feel like I have my own accolades enough to have my own spot here. So hey.
So tell me about your experience. Do you like how it all panned out? You knew you were gonna eat some of the competition. Were you gagged by anything? Do you agree with the outcomes?
I thought I really slayed the presentation.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that my look was clean. It had technology.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was designed from head to toe, sewn, rhinestone down to the ground by hand, by me, and by my house. And it just was.
So there's rigor mortis for the presentation.
I was like surprised because I saw some folks who, had their stuff put together with safety pins and things that were like, I don't know, everybody had their own interpretation of what the category was for futurism or Princess 3000. And I know mine came off as, kind of obvious, but I also thought it was like really well done. And the other folks came off as not so obvious. And I feel like because in San Francisco and the Bay Area, we have this like sympathy of everything is drag and everything in this category. The
cult of ballad.
I can see in this detail, that's what makes it this. And at the same time, the judges get that. But visually, the general audience, they don't see that.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it was a little twisted. I feel like I could have taken that category home.
I hear that. Well, why don't you tell us about your look? What was your concept behind it, since you didn't have an opportunity to see it at the reunion?
It's funny because my concept was obviously more extraterrestrial inspired, but also kind of like villainy.
Okay.
And I also wanted to add the lights and technology to it to give it that extra like push of like elevation. And Chucha actually helped me make that headpiece. Literally made it the night before, and it came out so well. And I did the ball cap because I was like, the future of drag is bald.
Oh, it's a ball cap. The future is bald. I thought you shaved your head. I was like, oh shit, the commitment. That was a very well applied ball cap.
Thank you. Glad you didn't see the back of it.
Angel, were you going to say something?
I was just going to say, I'm not sure how similar your two runs on that pageant were, because Phoebe also won talent and got first runner-up in her run on.
And then I also feel that I should have gotten
and could have won.
Really?
The as well.
Also, we're in the same boat.
We're in the same boat.
Oh, you're talented.
We should collab sometime. I won't show up to rehearsals. Yeah, no, it was very similar. So, I mean, I empathize with you. What were there other aspects of the pageant that you feel should have gone a different way? Or
to be honest, the question and answer, like after I got off the stage, I was like, you should have took a deep breath and like really thoroughly answered it the way you wanted to. Because after I got off the stage, I was like, I have a perfect answer for this. And I know that the question that I was asked was like twisted in a way to create that confusion.
Yeah.
And I can't stand y'all for doing that, but I get it. It's a pageant.
Yeah.
Phoebe also bombed.
No, that was actually the most triggering part watching you in the pageant. I was just like, oh shit, I also felt like I could have done better for that part. My question was like, is there one part of your makeup routine that you want to stop doing? And I was just like, I was ready for like a real question, you know, like a real question. I was like about community or like the world or some shit. I was like, oh, makeup. I don't like blocking my brow. Like it was like the dumbest fucking answer. I was like, and then when I got off, I should have been like, oh, I could just said like, what makeup? You know, like been like fucking stupid about it. But anyways, I don't think it was that bad.
I didn't think it was that bad either, but I think what I could have said, I would have taken it. Because who won that category? Was it Kai?
Yeah.
I don't remember what she said.
What was your question and what would your answer have been if you could think of it?
My question was, there are like a lot of anti-LGBT groups, you know, voicing their opinions right now. What would you say to them about
eat my ass, faggot?
That part. Something about what would you do to them if they wanted to like start doing drag? And then I was like, jokingly, like, you know, I'm gonna make sure that they have the right color foundation, you know, because you know some of the girls be painted too dark.
Why'd you look at me like that?
No, she's fancy. She's brown. Yes.
I'm matched. I mix my foundations. I know I'm matched.
Really, you do?
Yeah.
You use foundations?
Yeah, so I use Juvia's Place, but I use Havana and Kanya put together. And then I top that with
to get that natural,
with Fenty.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
So it's like actually 3. Yeah, anyways. That's neither here nor there.
But I would have answered with, you know, come to our community, actually see the kindness and the beauty that's within. And, you know, that no matter what face you paint on yourself, that your self-expression is, you know, cherished and you know, worshipped in this community.
You know, this beautiful, softer side of Amoura is like, we do think of you as a villain. It's like, he's a mean villain. No,
right? Y'all pay me out to be a villain.
It's like bringing gangs to Bo to beat people up.
But also,
I'm always looking over my shoulder at Bo. I was like,
they interact with me, but y'all always interact with me when I'm like, it's been like a 8-hour day and I'm still in the Castro, drunk, high.
You gotta catch it early.
Catch me earlier,
daylight.
Before I'm in the K-hole. Because
if
I'm in the K-hole, and we're not leaving.
Any other thoughts on the pageant? Anything you want to...
No, I thought it was a very well produced pageant. I think Tino did a really good job. I was very inspired the whole time. And to also see so much of the community embrace it and the experience.
We loved it.
Oh yeah. I was excited. I can't wait to see what's up for next year. So.
Okay, one last... go ahead.
On that question, if you have an answer off the top of your head, one of the questions at the reunion was, who would you like to see at next year's Prince X pageant?
Oh, yeah.
And what advice would you give them?
Oh my goodness. Who's been doing drag for 5 years, right? This is
5 years. Yeah.
I know that she was mentioned before. Bonita Rose, definitely. I want to see Bonita Rose do it. Oh my goodness. Who in like the...
Amoura doesn't want to see anybody who's bad.
I don't really...
Me again.
Can we? No. I would never again. No.
All Stars.
All Stars. Okay. Whatever. I'm Team Bonita Rose for next season.
Cool. Any other drag children at some point should do the pageant? I think Hera would do well.
I think Hera would do well when she hits 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So just like 5 more years.
Yeah.
Okay, one last question
do it.
about the pageant. So at the pageant, I asked who was the horniest of the group. Everyone unanimously said you. And then, I mean, like, are you a Kai queen? Like, why would people say you so quickly?
First of all, I'm very comfortable with myself when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
To like express my sexuality, you know, especially on the online forums. But I feel like it's a little bit intimidating for some people because they don't expect that.
Mm-hmm.
For me, you know, because I think that they respect me, at least I think they do, for like who I am as like, you know, as a performer in the community. And so I'm just like, I'm just trying to get laid just like everybody else, okay? Yeah. And if I make a pass at you or, you know, want to touch on something, you know, just let's do it.
Okay, that's the Patreon exclusive. Have you kai-kai'd with your colleagues, or do you keep?
Here we go.
Do you keep performing and horniness separate?
What, heroin? What? No. There's a rumor about that. Did you hear about that?
Yes, of course. Why don't you tell us what the rumor is?
She's giving her the Phoebe cake special.
First of all, I'm not gonna. First of all, there are a lot of drag families out there who have, you know, brought into the world drag queens who they have given birth to after they've had a sexual encounter. And it happens, you know.
Yeah, that's how talent's transmitted.
But even then, yeah, even some of my gay family like that don't necessarily do drag. You know, we were flirting like you know beforehand, and you know it's just natural.
It is natural.
And it just so happens that now I'm their mother. Like, and I don't know how, like, you know, what is that? It's like a what's that Greek fable?
Oedipus.
Oedipus
Okay. Oedipus Teese over here. Okay. Well, those are all the questions that I have. You know, where can we see you next? What's up this month, this summer? You got shit planned?
You got shit planned? Yes. Well, every Sunday you can come see me at the Port Bar for Drag Brunch. That's right. Coming up is going to be the finale of Drag Race, and this one right here is going to be one of the performers.
I still haven't got that shift covered, so I will be calling in sick if I don't officially get it covered.
I hope so.
No, I'm just kidding. I actually did. I'll be running from work too.
Okay.
I'll probably have my eyebrows glued before I go to work. So
because there's been tea like, oh, how come you don't hire Phoebe for any of your shows? And she works there. Is there tea there? I'm like, no, just
is there?
No, there's no tea. There's no tea.
Is this about Gaggle Royale?
Oh, we didn't talk about that.
Wow, gagging. Really.
Okay, we're gonna have Amoura back. We're gonna talk about Gaggle Royale.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, Drag Brunch every Sunday at the Port Bar. Drag Race is almost over, but don't forget we still have regular shows there at the Port every other Tuesday. This one over here is doing big trivia. Wednesdays are a drag with Camille Toe. Karaoke on Thursdays. I do a brunch in Morgan Hill. It's really successful right now.
Wait, sorry.
Chachos.
You brought up Karaoke Star. How's the competition going? Are you a judge for a Karaoke Star?
It's so every fifth Thursday, we do a karaoke superstar. And we have an hour of regular karaoke, and then we have signups for folks that want to participate in the competition.
Yeah.
So it's just me and Jeremy Jones Entertainment. Hey. And we line up the 10 folks, and we do a crowd vote, and then we discuss the top 3, like who is the most deserving, like vocals, crowd interaction, you know, do they bring people, and also obviously, you know, if we like them or not. If they're good patrons.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say fifth Thursdays?
Yeah, so when there's a fifth Thursday of the month.
Gotcha.
Oh, so very occasional. It's like a blue moon.
Yeah, it was like every 3 months.
Yeah. Okay, cute. Okay, well, come out to the Port Bar. We love the Port Bar. We work there. And we're Shawneekla Angels. I'm the black sheep of the family. Because I was not in the Shawnee's Angels group. But that's okay, because I have my own story.
Yeah, you have all your own hoes over here. They're all sucking your hoes.
Oh, yeah. I love you so much. This is really
I
great
really
to like
appreciate you.
get
Yes.
to know you better.
Right?
This is a really great way to.
I'm
do
not
that.
just a bitch.
Yeah, no. You're stunning and eloquent and beautiful, and you have a really rich, beautiful story. And
Thank
you also fuck your children like me, so we got a lot in common. Okay, well, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Thank
We
you.
got a really fun episode with Militia Skunt.
Oh, so we're building.
We're building.
Okay, I love
Okay.
it.
All right, bye. In my crumble opinion.